Hey guys, Teiwaz here, back with another game review. Today we're checking out Green Hell. It's an early access open world survival game. There's plenty of them out there, but in this one you won't find any dinosaurs. Instead you'll have to fight off infections, leeches, and even a few tribesmen. So let's get into this. Green Hell is developed and published by Creepy Jar, a little studio out of Poland. Green Hell takes place in the Amazonian rainforest, where you'll have to survive against the inhabitants of the jungle, various diseases, and other creepy crawly things that go bump in the night. You start off the game going through sort of a tutorial, which gives you the basics on how to play. After that, you're on your own. As of right now, the game does not have a finished story mode, and there is no multiplayer as of yet. So it's you against the jungle. The game is a pretty big sandbox, featuring all sorts of interesting creatures, from tapirs to leopards, snakes, different varieties of birds, alligators, fish, and even a few biting and stinging bugs. Every step you take could be the one that gets you killed, as a rattlesnake or spider could ruin your fun time. A lot of the survival games out there have different ways to level up and unlock different structures, but the way Green Hell does it was a lot of fun to me. Instead of getting experience points for doing certain things, like in other games, Green Hell sort of requires that you run around and find those structures you're going to need in order to survive. You start off knowing how to create some of the basics, like a fire, but the more intricate items, like a water filtration system, you'll have to look around for one. Once you've found the structure, they get added into your notebook, and you'll always be able to create them provided that you have the required materials. Another thing that I really liked, and at the same time disliked, was the health management system. While watching your 4 nutritional stats, you'll need to make sure to address any injuries you sustain right away. Any bug bites, scratches from falls, or alligator attacks could result in an infection, which in the jungles are life-threatening. The thing I really disliked about this whole system were the leeches that I mentioned at the beginning. While walking through the jungle streams, or even just the jungle by itself, you'll pick up a few hitchhikers quite frequently. You'll need to remove them in order to keep your sanity stat at a normal level. Sanity doesn't have a stat bar, but doing things that make you incredibly uncomfortable, such as eating live maggots or sleeping in the mud and having flies lay eggs under your skin, does eventually drive you crazy. In order to stay sane in the jungle, you'll need to do everything in your power to keep your character comfortable. Make sure you sleep on a bed, keep your nutritional stats up, eat cooked foods, and if you happen to find any man-made foods, such as candy bars or chips, those work incredibly well to give you a little sense of home and civilization while you're trapped in the jungles, and go a long way towards keeping your sanity up. Apart from the leeches attaching themselves to you at every turn, I really like how they've added in different medicinal plants to create wraps that you can use to heal certain types of ailments. From bug bites to gashes from an axe, the local fauna can heal everything. Like most of the other survival games out there, you'll have to hunt and fish for your food, all while watching out for random creepy crawlies, predators that might make you their lunch, and even the tribesmen. I don't know much about the tribesmen because the story mode isn't quite finished yet, but what I've gathered so far is that you're a scientist in the jungles of the Amazon trying to reach out to a new tribe of people. Some of them are open to the idea of meeting modern man, while others are not quite so trusting. This distrust eventually causes a part of the tribe to rebel and start fighting amongst each other, and your partner is trapped somewhere in between. After the tutorial, you're left to your own devices in the Green Hell to gather, hunt, and build in order to survive. I really look forward to the rest of the story mode. The story they're building up to seems quite interesting, and I'm really looking forward to figuring out what happened with the tribe. So Green Hell does a lot of things right in my opinion, but could use some improvements on others. The jungle environment looks really nice, and the pitter-patter of the rain trickling down from the leaves sounds great. The different shadowing and constant chatter of animals and birds in the background really helps to immerse you in the jungles of the Amazon. I think that the textures, streams and rivers, and random items strewn throughout the game look great and work together to make for a really fun experience. Since the game is still in beta, it needs work. I've noticed that there were quite a few frame drops and lag spikes, even though it's in single player. With some optimizations, and after updating the story mode, this could be a great survival game. So far, the story mode is ramping up to be pretty interesting, and I like the crafting system they're using as it is. I would like to see a few more structures get added to the game, maybe a full-on bamboo hut or something, but they're definitely headed in the right direction. The random animals in this game were by far my favorite part of the game. The armadillos were the funniest things with their little squeal and their waddle as they tried to escape, eventually curling into a little ball. To me, it was hilarious. During the day, all the animals are easy to spot, but at night, when it's really difficult to see, the animals are terrifying. All the random sounds you hear and rustling of the bushes all around you, was it a tapir or a leopard? Maybe it's a tribesman ready to scalp you. The environment of Green Hell makes you want to just camp out the night, because you never know what could be hiding in any one of the random bushes out there. The rattlesnakes, spiders, or random tribesmen could end your game at any time. Green Hell was a lot of fun to play, but with it being unfinished, I didn't think it would be fair to give it a score like the other videos I've done. Instead, we'll have to come back and do a recap on this game whenever they get around to finishing it up. With that being said, if you enjoyed this video, please click that thumbs up button, it really helps me out a ton, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll catch you in the next one. Later!